Welcome back to another episode of Cool Hand Garage. Today we're going to do something entirely different than I've never done before. So, I am a big Lego fan and building bricks in general. Not necessarily just Lego. There's been a lot of off-brands I've been put together lately. And I've been surprised by the quality. Lego prices are really expensive, but they are perfect quality. I'm going to give them that. Putting together some of these off-brands, you can see why they're cheaper, but I haven't been disappointed yet. Specifically by Mould King. This guy is freaking epic. So, I've put together a couple Mould Kings now. One of them it's a crane. I work in cranes. The other one, it's a knockoff of a LeBaire LR 13000, and when it's all set up at minimum radius, it's like 7 feet tall. This thing is epic. Lego has the actual LeBaire licensed one, and it's like $700. I think now it's like $600, and it might even be discontinued now. Super cool piece. Respect for it. I got friends that have it, and love it to death. Very stable, very well built, sturdy. It's not that big. And to me, if I'm going to pay that much money for a Lego, I want to be freaking huge. So, this one is 8,500 pieces. Look at that. It is approximately 48 inches long, 47.6, 20 inches wide, and then when it's all set up, it's about 67 inches tall. That's huge. That's huge. That's almost as tall as me. I'm like 6'5", 76 inches. It's only 8 inches shorter than me. I've dated girls shorter than this thing. That's pretty cool. So, I am going to do something a little interesting. I'm going to be doing a time-lapse on this. So, I'll be uploading these whenever I can. I work, obviously, just like most people do, so I'm not going to necessarily crank it out. But, yeah, so we're doing a time-lapse on that. I already got my bin set out here so I can organize the pegs. First step in here is to make sure all your motors work. That's an excellent idea. I would hate to go through all of this and find out that the motors are garbage. Because basically, if anything's bad with this, you kind of got to send the whole thing back. And that's the one shitty part, is that Mould King does not have aftermarket support. They say they do. It's non-existent. Maybe it's because they don't speak English. Don't know. So, unlike Lego, where you make a phone call and you get all your parts replaced. Yeah. So, some of the reviews on Amazon showed some of them came together perfect. Some of them were missing like a handful of pieces. To me, if I'm missing a handful of pieces, and as long as I can buy those on Amazon from something else, I'm probably gonna splurge. I'm gonna buy the little $10 kit that finishes this thing. So, I'm super stoked. Yeah, so basically, throughout this, it's just going to be a time lapse. I might stop and talk about where I'm at, what's going on. If I get to a point where the motors are installed, I will likely do a little demo. It's a little hard because you technically have to have the phone as the controller. You see my problem here? Because you kind of camera. So, we'll see. We'll get to that point, and we will evaluate it from there. So for right now, just sit back and enjoy, and yeah, I'll have elevator music playing. Good shit. And yeah, so I'll see you guys on the other side. as you saw, that was pretty boring. I was just putting stickers and labeling everything so that when you hook everything up to the control modules, that you're hooking it up properly. Not properly. So I got everything all hooked up. I got everything stickered. Now it's time to go through the manual and make sure that everything works. So unfortunately, because my phone is also the controller, I can't do both. I will let you know when they all work. They should all work. I have high hopes. Yeah, so it's a little confusing because it's in most. Well, I was gonna say like it's technically first language here is Chinese, so you get what you pay for. Yeah. So if I try to learn the Chinese, or just try to read the English below it. I don't know. Do something entertaining with your life. I'm gonna be cutting, so we'll be back in a little bit. All right, so I checked all the electrical, and everything works. And then they have you build a mock air pump system. Again, I could have technically recorded me building a little. You build like a little platform so that you can run the pump. It's basically just getting a crank for the air pump. You got to run the phone in order to run the machine, and for the 30-second build it is to me, I was like, so it looks like in the first bag that we'll be doing, we're going to be using a lot of motors already. It doesn't look like that many pieces here, so maybe I am missing a bag, but it doesn't look like it. As far as I can tell, there was only 2 bags, and then there's like bags in the bags. I'm saying, so bagception. This might be okay. We'll see. Maybe this part's not as big as I think it is. This is what it looks like. We're going to be building that, and I'll be doing that with the help of Snoopy. Say hi, Snoopy. Meow meow. Yeah, he's all extra needy tonight. I don't know why. He's like hopping in my lap and stuff and purring. He's like, so. Yeah, he's a good boy. Alright, so anyhow, we're going to be working on that. And then, he's rubbing himself on this. Alright, so we'll go ahead and cut to the actual build, because I have been eager. Putting this stuff together is boring. I mean, obviously you want to make sure you do it so you don't end up kicking yourself in the ass later when stuff doesn't work, and then you gotta end up mailing it all back as one because, God forbid, they have an adequate service center. So, okay. Well, wish me luck and enjoy the view. that took a lot longer than I was intending on. Not intentionally, I'm tired. Whew. Alright, so it looks like we got, I'm assuming these are all the outriggers. The suction and pressure lines for those. We got the base down. So I think these are going to be our pivot points for those. And then obviously we got some wheels set up. Yeah, it's pretty cool because it looks like you have a drive system in here because got a hex shape inside. So that's pretty cool. So I assume it's going to be that similar style coupling on the other pieces because there's not really anywhere to put a drive for the wheels here. So I think this is the midsection if you look on the box. So I'm going to stop turning this around. All the hoses keep going everywhere. The only thing that I found inherently difficult was finding out where do my cables go because the picture doesn't really show where all these cables are supposed to be routed. I'm routing them all on the inside to make it look clean. I only assume that because I don't see any on the box, so I'm like, that's a pretty good guess. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do bag 2. It is way later than I wanted it to be. Cutting these silicone lines is pretty easy. Just and then yeah, if you're little pressure pumps. Air pumps, if they don't seem like they're greased, I would recommend somehow greasing them with like a light silicone grease or lithium or something. I have read on some of the reviews that they got them dry, minor lubed, so I'm not really worried about it. Someone complained, I think they were in Germany or something, that they got dry, like nothing worked right and all that, so I was running the pumps and the stabilizers worked just fine, so I'm not really that concerned. Yeah, so that's it for tonight, and I'll catch you guys back to do bag 2 probably tomorrow, unless something happens. So, thanks for watching.